We are also joined by other members of civil society from around the world. I'm going to get up right now. They have just come from across this broad room from the Caspian Plenary Hall, where they held a People Summit. One of the co-chairs of that summit, which is called Pay Up, Stand Up, Finance Climate Action, Not Genocide, where civil society unfurled the names of Palestinians who've been killed and prayed for the dead. We're joined right now by co-chair. The co-chair is Lidy Nacpil, who is a longtime Filipina climate activist and coordinator with the Asia People Summit on Debt and Development and the global campaign to demand climate justice. Lidy, it's so great to have you with us today. If you can talk about what the point of this plenary was, hundreds of people packed in.
Well, we wanted first to feel our power of solidarity together, so it was a really great opportunity for us to come together in big numbers, such as we've not had in this COP because of the whole layout and the rules. So this was a great celebration of our power together.
I think you should explain more. What is the issue here? Why are there so many silent protests? And explain the rules where you cannot mention a country name. You can't even say where you're from.
Yes, that is one of the rules of the security and the UNFCCC Secretariat in order to protect, they say, the dignity and to protect respect for the different countries and governments of the country. So we're not allowed to mention governments. There is a policy that we can't name and shame, but apparently that also applies to we can't praise particular governments. So we just can't name any government, and we can't even say where we're from. But we have been doing our best to use this space to raise our voices on the critical issues that are being discussed here that affects our lives. And one of that is the genocide that's happening in this world. It's very much a climate issue as it is an issue of justice, and also the issue of climate finance, which is supposed to be part of the reparations for the climate debt that is owed to our people in the global south.
We're also joined by Jana Rashed. Jana Rashed is a climate advocate, a Palestinian based in London. In Lebanon. You are wearing a keffiyeh. Inside, it was very moving at the beginning of the session, where the names of hundreds, if not thousands, of Palestinians and Lebanese were put on sheets and people unfurled them. Talk about why you're here today and what your message is.
Like, I am here today, first of all, to amplify the voices of my people in Palestine and Lebanon, to talk about the genocides that are happening, because we can't be here talking about climate justice without mentioning the injustices around the world, because it's also linked with the environment. It's also linked with the ecocides that is happening. Because of the genocide that is currently happening in both Lebanon and Palestine, the soil are being contaminated because of the bombing. The sea is being contaminated also because of the bombing. So we can't be like, we can't have this hypocrisy in the world and be here talking about just transition and climate justice without mentioning these injustices. And we are here as collective Palestinians. There are a collective Palestinian that came up with a campaign called Global Energy Embargo for Palestine, where they are calling countries such as Brazil, South Africa, and Turkey, these countries that they claim to support Palestinians, but on the other hand, they are fueling genocide, and they are making like the fuels come out from their countries to the occupation. So yeah, we are here demanding to stop fueling genocide, demanding to stop the transportation of the fuel from these countries to the occupation.
We're also joined by another climate activist. We're joined right now by Leena Eisa, who is a climate justice advocate from Sudan. If you can talk about why you're here today, what you're trying to accomplish, and what Sudan is facing.
I'm basically here to speak about Sudan because no one here talking about Sudan. We are so neglected. Families are separated. Women got raped, and a lot of children lose their lives according to nothing, literally. And the media is not covering us. No one is speaking about us. There's a genocide happening in there, and my country are blooding, and even like every region in Sudan are neglected, blooding, and also like the media are blind from us because no one really care about us. I don't know why. Is it because we are black people, but black people life matter? And I'm here today to speak up about Sudan, to speak about the women, children, men, the families, all the families that are separated now. We need to stop this war. We need to defund this genocide right now. A lot of countries are supporting this genocide, but no one else, like no one another is supporting the Sudanese themselves. Like there's no safety, security, and all of this, and we are all here calling, like there's no one here to like we are here not like to leave anyone behind, but unfortunately Sudanese people are behind the table and we are depending, and no one literally talking about us.